We're live. We've done it. We're winning. We're only a minute. We're only a minute late. Oh, we did it. Oh my gosh. So exciting. Ooh, do I have this on the right thing now? I do. Lovely. Lovely. So excited. So excited. Ooh, let me skadoosh this over here real quick. Remove that. What else? I can remove that too. We don't need that anymore. To play mage. Oh my god, are they not going at each other anymore? Let's see. I did. Damn, dude, they're just wrecking face right now. Wow. Okay. I had them as pushing. I think this is MFD up here, right? Oh no, Luno. Luno's going. And then this is the ROG thing, but yeah, they're not. Let me go see real quick. This one, I know they were going to. This was NTS Ash going from Argolin. Oh my god, dude, how deep is NTS gonna go in here? Masab, what's up, man? What's up, fam? Yeah, I don't know where they're going. So there's no ramp play happening. Jeez. People are getting wreckety wrecked. Like, just don't come back wrecked. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's any hardcore, because the thing is, when I went through this and I scouted all the kingdoms before this too to figure this out. And see, like A2G, they should be going up against BR. This is BNR and WG here in this one. Okay, I guess they're off right now. Yeah, and UHAs, dude, they're coming back right now too. Jeez. I'm gonna look at 38. Otherwise, if I don't find anything action-wise going on, then we will skadoosh it on forward. Absolutely. Because this was supposed to be QOD was assisting NW. How far have they made it? Oh, did they stop? There was a bunch of action going on here too. And QOD was supposed to be working its way up. Oh yeah, see, here we go. There it is, there it is, there it is. Yeah, they were working their way up south to come up in this Azanor. BXS was attacking from here. Oh, here it is. Okay. So there's the NW peeps. Buns is there. BXS is there. And okay. So they're kind of, I guess, stagnated a little bit here. Okay. Yeah, because all the action was happening here in Azanor. And then 39. This one, I think, was POTC. And we had FG. That was going down. And again, it was all going down here in Azanor. Oh, here, okay, let me see what's going on with MFD. Are they still, dude, it's like, this is the wild part to me about the Zone 3 is that there was some fighting happening earlier. Keep in mind, a number of these groups have been open for, 7 to 10 hours now. So yeah, God, it's like everything is just decided already, apparently. What's going on over here? There's got to be something happening. SG. Yeah, and then POTC's got to be, I think, green, right? Yeah. It's like they were supposed to be going at it. And then I think there was something happening up here on the north, which was MFD's coming down. Yeah, see? And here's MFD. Here's ABBA. Here's Abda and KvK and friends coming down. Ooh, what's this? Oh, damn. Did they just hit something? Oh, rough life. Oh, maybe they just rallied someone. Okay. 40. I don't know if this is up yet. Let me see here. Okay. Maybe there'll be something happening here at 40. Okay, maybe we'll get some action here. This is the NXW, HOU, RN, IFAB, WAO, HWG group. Ooh, nice. Okay, we got some. Sweet. Okay, cool. This should be going from Oztarin. Oh, yeah, to Frozimir. So this one here, this is NXW, HOUW, going from Zone 2 into the Zone 3, right? So they're right here at the pass. And you could see, right, still some peeps. So they're fighting it out there a little bit. And then on the other side of Frozimir, we also have on this side, this is RN going into IFAB. I don't know if they're still, oh, they are still battling hard. Nice. Oh, dude, sick. Okay, we're going to watch this for a little bit while BN gets some promotional material out. So excited. So excited. Yeah. Dude, the Zone 3 invades are Rizil. Nice. Anytime we get like some good consistent action, I'm down. That to me, absolute most enjoyable part. Now I just wish I could find a song. You know what I mean? Like we just need to get like in our vibes. Just a good songy song. Hang on, I'm gonna refresh because I'm a gentleman. Zaib, what's up, man? Do we already know how Diplo looks like on NAGGMM? So I'm still not sure on that group. For them, they're the gosh, where are they right now? So they are. Was that the previous one? Let me see, or maybe second previous one. Let me check here. Yeah, on that one, I don't know. The only thing I feel somewhat iffy on is like maybe NTS and 30NA are working together, but no one's updated me yet on the 4036 group there to say, oh yeah, like, this is exactly what the teams are. So that's kind of my best guess at the moment, because I don't know. No one still has let me know on that if anything, absolutely has changed. So I think I'll probably have to wait to get an update on that KvK group. But listen, man, you guys know me, man. I love showering people with love. So we're gonna give, as many KvKs. If you got action going, that's where we'll be. Yeah. I just think it's funny because there's a number of groups like, and this is the thing, and well, maybe I'll wait a sec before I say this, but because to me, oh, oopsies, hang on, let's do. Yeah. Yeah, does I think, I guess it doesn't really matter at this point, but what I will say is the one thing I am worried about, and it's always the thing that I don't hear enough people talking about, which is the sad fact that all of these KvKs, every single one, all of these G2 KvK groups could effectively be done. after the Zone 3 opens. Right? It doesn't mean all of them will, but up to all of them could very well be done before the final zone opens. And that to me is just, it's not really about whether it happens or not. It's about the potential and the possibility that it could. That to me is just absolutely the most, like, the scariest part, just hands down. Just not having any opportunity to basically play out kind of what is viewed as, right, the most important area. And so that's the thing that I think really sucks. And hopefully we don't, but part of me feels like this isn't going to be like what we ended up like. This isn't gonna be what we had before, right? What we had before was what we had before when we were watching, when we had Rise of the Dragon, man. Like, it just, part of me felt like we were spoiled, like very, very spoiled, in the sense because arguably it was the best, most recent season in memory, because of just how much overall PvP happened, and we're going to compare too as well. Like, once these, once Final Zone opens up, because the cool thing is I have all the data from last season, right, from the Rise of the Dragon scenario, so we're going to be able to look and see, how much total PvP occurred, right, for merits gained from the G2 pool last season to this one. And then we'll also compare the top groups as well to see how much PvP occurred throughout the season versus this season. And I just think the data is going to be interesting when we finally take a look at it. But I will say, so far, I would not be like, it would not surprise me if it would not surprise me one bit if this season for Winners Upon Us comes to an end and it's just half or 2/3 or 3/4 the amount of PvP that happened. Like, just to say that it's less than what happened before. And it would just, and that's not necessarily to say that that's any fault at all, or anything against the players or the kingdoms or the alliances. Sure, you can maybe argue that there is maybe some factoring there based on diplomacy and the potential opportunity for fighting, and how, some Diplos arguably probably could have been better than others. But the other part of it is that, which is probably maybe the larger part to a degree, is the fact that, there just wasn't an opportunity to play Rise of the Dragon again. Which, again, to this day, it just makes absolutely no sense. Why wouldn't you allow people to go back into that season? Especially because, and again, bear in mind, maybe it's because they transitioned it to season 3, and that's where it is now. But I think the sucky part, and we've talked about this before, is like, how are you going to basically give people a taste of what is an amazing KvK season for those that signed up for Rise of the Dragon? I mean, this isn't to say that it was perfect by any means, but overwhelmingly it had positive reviews. And that was reflected as well in the amount of overall fighting that occurred in the kingdoms that signed up for that KvK scenario. So then you basically say, all right, well, too bad. We're going to go ahead and put it now in season 3. It's not going to be in season of Strife. And now you're just kind of stuck with going back between Winners Upon Us and Calling of Courage. It's just, part of me felt like that wasn't planned well. Like, they should have given us one more season of Rise of the Dragon, right, while they worked on putting something in there, right? While they worked on getting whatever they're going to have now, which I'm forgetting what the name of it is, but the new season, the SOS 5 season that's coming up. So yeah, it just felt like that wasn't planned well. Like, that wasn't coordinated. It wasn't structured well from the player's eyes. So yeah, it's like, to me, that sucks. Masab says, tomorrow our pass opens. Yes, I believe so. I have all the times written down for pass openings. There's actually another pass that is going to be opening tonight in about an hour and a half, which is the next group. I think it's 42 or 43. I'll have to double check my notes. Yeah, I'll have to double check my notes on this one. Hey, dude, R and IFAP are just going at it, though, man. I love it. I love to see it. You know what I would love more? Some nice music. I just can't find my mix. Yeah. That's all I want. I just want my mix. Is this my mix? This is not my mix, but okay. Maybe. That's cool. I'll cry later. Ooh, whoa. I didn't know. My bad, grill. Bye. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, and also, for those of you here, I'm telling you right now, man, I got some banger videos that are coming out. Like I got some spicy stuff, man. Like stuff that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I've just been waiting on my boy to give me some thumbnails. I'm finally starting to get some. So yeah, tomorrow, it just depends. I might do a video on the update preview. Maybe we might even do that on stream where we review it, but I do want to take a look at the update preview video. So I know we'll probably look at that. Maybe as early as tomorrow, but yeah, dude, I got some stuff that hasn't even been talked about yet, like really big stuff that I'm super excited to touch on. That I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait, man. There's gonna be, yeah, man. Like I mean, listen, I don't know if I want to say some people are gonna get called out, but yeah, man, like there's some evidence. Like there's some evidence that we have now. And I'm just going to say, like, yeah, dude, some people are going to get called out. So, and obviously respectfully, but they're still going to be called out because like some of this stuff is just, sadly, it's BS. Some of the stuff that's been happening. And I'm super shocked that no one is really talking about it. So, but you guys know me, man. I love covering news stories. So. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be Gucci. I can't wait. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dude, there's all over the place. Where are they going? Oh, dude, the disrespect. Dude, oh, wow, they're getting on the tower? I'll tell you right now, man, like they're having like one of those long hair, don't care moments. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Are they I see. Are they reinforcing it? They're just like, yeah, man, we're just gonna disrupt. We'll just have a little free for all over the place, and then we're just gonna get on this. We're just gonna get on this tower. Nuts, man, nuts. Whoa, I don't even know what happened here. Oh my gosh, and then the new season, the new season too as well, fam, that we now know we're going to be going into the seeding and the team ups. So now we're going to have now people are going to get seeded again. We're going to have the team up phase, and on top of that, we're going to get the camp versus camp system. So it's going to be just like you're just getting put into two hard lock teams. Yeah. Which is interesting because they're probably going to do the team up phase like they did before, and then they're just going to set you up. So then it's just two main teams. There's not going to be any of this. We could do 3 or 4 teams or free for alling it up. It's like, no, you're a part of this team, you're a part of that team, and it's just 2 teams fighting. I actually think that, I actually think we could see some good stuff out of that. Yeah. Like I'm actually pretty stoked for that. Just to see how it plays out. Like I do think there's some potential, and there's pros and cons to everything. But I think that coupled with the fact that hopefully you'll be able to pick your starting zone and they work that in, because I don't even think Rock has that. And I don't even know another Kingdom Builder that has that in there. And I've been preaching that for a while because I just think like that's such a big W for the KvKs themselves. So like I'm really excited to see how that works out. Because to me, that's just like a next level feature addition. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, be trying to hold on to this. It looks like IFAB's going to be cleaning them up. Oh, I thought they had this down a little bit more. Honestly, they're probably going to have to just keep going back and forth on this for a minute. Right here. Yeah. And what we'll do is whenever this dies down, we'll go find another fight. Like I said, I already have these mapped out for the ones we're going to look at. But I think what would be interesting as well would be to look at which KvKs which KvKs are like really in dire jeopardy of the KvK just being absolutely done. Right? If zone 3 goes the way that it might go for some of these. And who probably won't make it to final zone. Because like I was saying earlier, I feel like that to me has to be like the most depressing part about it all, is that just the fact that can happen, right? That it can happen before. Got to be clear here, before the final zone opens. It's just, man, like I just think about how many people's like seasonal dreams are just immediately crushed, right? The moment that becomes basically a reality. Yeah, I can just only think about how much that sucks. How much that's gotta suck. Yeah, just a tidbit. $31. Oh, looks like they got him back. They finally pushed them all off. Ooh, nice. Back on that bridge fight. You know, it's nice when you can watch a KvK and there's just consistent action going on. Always nice when we're able to see a lot of PvP happening in the moment. I can only imagine how it would feel if the level 5 pass is open and everyone was so. Oh yeah, and I saw someone talking about this earlier, and maybe we'll check this out because I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's playing out, but some people were like really joking on the COD Discord about the Echo EIS level 5 pass. Some people were saying that like Echo wasn't going in on them and then or on EIS and that they might have been dodging. And then it seemed like the narrative shifted to okay, Echo decided to go in and the fighting didn't even last 6 minutes. But like I said, I haven't looked myself. It's just funny how COD Discord can, let's just say, roller coaster shift, right? I think that part was funny to me. Yeah, but maybe but we might just go take a peek to see how things are going whenever if any of this fighting dies down. Otherwise, you guys know me, man. As long as there's action, you know, I'm happy to stay. And we'll scout some stuff out too as well on my scout account here once I finish my promos. So I can tee up some other fights, or we can kind of get ahead of some that might be starting or about to be. Mm-hmm. This fight is going on. Is for hours still going? Yeah. Nah, man, absolutely. Oh, did you mean this fight? Masab, the RN IFAP one has been going on for hours. I mean, I figured they had to be going on for a while. I just don't know. I'd have to go and take a look real quick to see when they started, because I do have the pass opening time written down for this for all the G2 groups. Nipper, what's up, man? What's going on? Welcome. Sikeru, what's up? What up? What up? Welcome, welcome. You know me, man. We're just trying to show some love and show off as many KvK battles as we can, and you know, give as many people some spotlight. That's our style. So wherever there is action, right, apart from the #1 group, always happy to show that off. Yeah. Never says watching the show. Yeah, man. Yeah, people know me, man. I'm always happy and ecstatic to watch some PvP going on, especially if it's active and there's some decent amount of peeps out on the field. Absolutely, man. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, man, dude. There's so much. That update though was pretty nuts. It was definitely some good things to come out of this update, and it was pretty big. So I think kind of well deserved on the time it took for them to get it out. Well, they're coming back, man. They're getting that replenishment up. Mm-hmm. Nipper says, I can see the zone being the decider for KvK, so fighting will be constant. Yeah. I think that's probably like, so, and the interesting part right about this is there's actually a couple zone threes, if we were to look at some of the other G2 pools, which we'll do here in a bit, that are exactly like that, where if one side wins, it's basically over, right? And I'm talking to where you have like 3 or 4 kingdoms that are fighting it out in a zone 3. There's a couple of those groups. And I mean, to be fair, you could even argue, even for some of the groups that have one zone 3 that they're fighting over, depending on who wins that zone 3, it could basically be over. A great example is look at the number 1 KvK group. The number 1 KvK group with Echo, BTX, RAC going up against EIS, RFF, and God, I'm already forgetting the 6 team now. My apologies. But for that group, you know, EIS, Echo, and BTX have the other 2 zone 3s. EIS has 1 zone 3, and you know, it's basically at the moment, you know, if Echo wants to push them out, the KvK is basically done. Right? I think that's how it feels, I should say. Just again, so I'm choosing my words carefully here. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, man, it sucks. You know, just the thought of that sucks. You know, I'm sure for the people that are in it, you know, just like in any situation, you want to get as much PvP out of the season as a whole from start to finish as you can. You know, and that's not to say that you want to fight every single day throughout the entire season, but you definitely want more than a week's worth of fighting throughout the entire season. And definitely more than a couple days, without a doubt. And it's like, to me, that just feels like that's the sucky part is, you know, you have what should be great KvKs. You should have long-lasting PvP. Everywhere you should have high merit totals for the KvK group. And it just feels, and I don't know how other people feel, but this is how I've been feeling so far watching this season, is that it has just felt very lackluster compared to Rise of the Dragon last season. This season for the G2 pool, which is the main KvK pool, Kingdom pool, it has felt very lackluster. It's felt like the average fighting times per each zone opening have been like 1 to 2 days. And last season, it was like a couple days up to a week. Like it was pretty intense. And it was great in my eyes. And so, yeah, it's felt very disappointing, might be too strong of a word and maybe too early to say, but it's trending in that direction to me. So yeah, that's just, I think, like, to me, that's just the part that kind of sucks. And that's not saying that any individuals, any kingdoms, any of those performances, it's like, it's not to say that those people are disappointing. It's to say that the amount of PvP, as I was stating earlier, that's the disappointing part, right? That it's going in that direction. Yeah, it's rough. Super, super rough. Oh, let me put my timer. All right, we're gonna have to start looking for some other stuff. Yeah. Yo, it's too loose for the goose. What up, baby? Yeah, let's I think this might be slowly dying down. Let's gander off at some other goods. Ooh, is HWD and WR, are they going out of here? Or no, they're just already... Oh, sorry, it's up here. I went way too far. Oh, here we go. Damn. Oh, WA was still pushing them. Wow. They were pushing them a little bit earlier. But I wasn't sure like how far they made it. Wow, okay, they made it a decent ways here. So they're burning that. Dude, L Captain putting in that work, man. You solo that tower, big guy. That is so funny. This should be NXW, HOUW. I don't know. Oh, dude, if they're still going at it, we're going to watch this. Yeah, I think they are. All right. Give us the goods, man. We're going to watch a little bit of this. And then, oh, and nice. And then I can start looking on my scout too as well for some additional action. Cool. Yeah, just in case if this dies out. So I can start scouting out the next fights. Yeah, Nippert says that for this KvK, it's us and NW managed to win Zone 3. The final zone will be a 3v1 against WoW. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's rough. Zaib says they changed RAC with RF. Oh, maybe no. The matchup was it was RFF, excuse me. Yeah, it was Echo BTX RFF, and then there's EIS SSG. Thank you, that's who I forgot. Against RAC. Yeah. It's still that. It's still that. Yeah. Hell Rider, what's up, man? I don't know. Our KvK had fights in Zone 2 up until today. Nice. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm sure that there are some groups, but I'm speaking about holistically. Like if we look at an overview across all of the G2 groups, the amount of total PvP has been like far less. I think that's a conservative fairway. Far less than what we've seen in Rise of the Dragon so far for how long a lot of those groups lasted. And then, again, don't even get me started about Final Zone. So it's just like, and that to me, I feel like is going to be the hard part to beat, right? Is you have what is looked at as a phenomenal. Again, I'm not saying it was the best, but a phenomenal showing for Final Zone PvP in the Rise of the Dragon scenario last season, where the majority of the KvK groups had all of the kingdoms make it to the Final Zone. So, it's just like that I feel like depending on how some of these KvKs play out in this Zone 3, not only from the level 5 pass, but you also have to consider the level 6 pass, because some of the KvK groups won't even be able to see some cross-zone invading just due to some position limitations until the level 6 pass is open. So you'll have to wait for that too as well. Yeah. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, you obviously had the extra elixir that you were getting out of Rise of the Dragon. And again, it is a different scenario, but that, if anything, that just makes the point even that much more valid. Is you had the free elixir, and people wanted to fight more, right? If anything, that just speaks to people's hunger to want to PvP, right? Because you could have people that are getting an extra elixir, but they don't want to go out there and commit more troops, right? Because you still got to spend the RSS on it. So it's just, I don't know. Like to me, that's how I look at it. Is just because you have it available doesn't mean everyone's going to utilize it, but a lot of people did. That was the awesome thing. So like that's the thing I really enjoyed. Yeah, and again, speak in mind, I'm speaking about this from a spectator point of view, where like Rise of the Dragon last season was just phenomenal. So. Yes, absolutely. Okay, let me see what's going on here in some of these other KvK groups. I get an idea. Yeah, it looks like in the BTX Echo group, it's just BTX and EIS going at it right now. Looks like that's the only fight there. Two Lucis GG over here, GGing. Never said the amount might be also less because in Rise of the Dragon, you also had the insane marriage shop allowing people to buy 2 million. Looks, yeah. Zayev says next KvK scenario have to be better with teams. Absolutely. I think like I said, I think people enjoyed the team situation that we had. So, when we had the teams in the other Dragon season, I think it was Fall of the Dragon or something. It was something other Dragon related, but in that one, I think people did like the teams. The problem was, like with anything, you just needed a bigger kingdom pool. Because if you have a smaller kingdom pool, then the margin disparity, right, the power differences between one team from another are just more likely to be greater. So now, I think if they bring teams back, and the fact that we have more kingdoms that got added to the G2 pool, and more kingdoms will probably get added to the G2 pool when it finishes, I think now you have a little bit better of a chance for the team up system to really play, to have better odds, right? For there to be less margin of error, where we get a lot more teams that are closer in power than not. And so that, to me, I think is the one thing that I'm looking forward to. Because there were some pros and cons about the last Dragon season, a couple seasons ago, when we had the team up phase, and really the main con was, like I said, there just wasn't enough kingdoms in the pool, and so you did have some disparaging power differences for teams. It's again, so. But that is like one of the main knocks I would have put on that season, just in particular. Yeah, so WB's putting some pressure Rooney there, huh? Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Dude, it's going down right now between ROG and Luno. Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll go take a look at this in a minute. Because it is... Oh, damn. Did they do the walk? Oh, man. They did like a massive walk. No wonder. Luno, those crazy B-turds. Damn, bro. Like, they really went in on it. Excuse me. Yeah. I think we just missed it because... Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think we did. That's okay. We'll try and catch the next one. I think they either TP'd in or something. Yeah. And see, this is the cool thing that I like about this KvK, which is the number 2 KvK group. Because in their final zone, they got 4 kingdoms that are going at it. Like, it's basically a decider zone 3. Because they have like 3 fights that are happening. You have a fight on both ends, and then you have a fight in the middle. It's just, it's actually pretty cool when you think about it. It just sucks when you know that, what the outcome kind of means or what it could mean. Yeah. Yeah, Nipper said the only issue I had with Rise of the Dragon was the final zone was huge. Yeah. Personally, I was okay with it. My whole thing was I just didn't like the fact that the speed of building was just way too fast for me. And I say that because what we saw happen in a number of the groups was that it favored the teams that had peak activity around the time the passes opened, right? Because they were able to get into more favorable positions and better defensive positions as well. So like that, yeah, like that would have been my only thing, is I just felt that it didn't give everyone kind of a well-rounded opportunity within the first 24 hours of the pass opening for the final zone, to where it was really able, where you were really able to see kind of peak and low activity times, like a full cycle for all the kingdoms, and then to kind of see like, okay, who's really going to be able to get this. And I mean, like, make it to the make it to that inner dragon circle, you know, where you feel like, okay, you know, we had a fair fight, right? We had a peak time, they had a peak time, we had a low time, they had a low time. Because anything else aside of that just felt, it felt rough. I'll say that it didn't feel like earnest. No. Yeah. 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 Dragon related and call Dragon in a way. Yeah. Tulu says the COD community is not mature enough to do Diplo. I mean, to be fair, I mean that's I would say on average that is a fair assessment. And I mean, there's really a few reasons why. Some of the obvious ones is that some people are younger than others, and age does factor into knowledge and experience that you've accumulated up until that point, even if it is just, you know, an average percentage. The other fact is that sometimes the people that are doing the Diplo shouldn't be doing the Diplo. I think that's fair to say. Sometimes, you know, you might have better, you know, you might have more well-suited individuals, a part of your kingdom that should have been doing the Diplo that weren't. And then the other side of it is that some people come into diplomacy conversations with their emotions being worn on their sleeve, and they just got to keep that shiitake stuff at the door, you know. And you know, you got to look to do what's in the best interest of the KvK as a whole, you know, and how can your kingdom contribute to that? Like, and I say that because, like, for me, that's how I've always looked at KvK Diplo. Even when I was running the kingdoms that I was, is that it was never first and foremost like, oh yeah, what can we get out of it? You know, because the moment you start looking at what can we get out of it as a kingdom, and you put your kingdom before the KvK, that's where you've already limited yourself. You've already minimized and restricted the potential of what the KvK could be, and you've indirectly restricted certain paths that you can go down that you wouldn't even realize until the KvK is done. Sadly, this is how most people enter into KvK diplomacy discussions. For me, it's always been KvK first, kingdom second. That's just always how I've looked at it, because I feel like that's how you get the best out of the KvK, and because that is a trickle down effect, which also means that that's how you can get your kingdom the best out of the KvK as well, in most cases. No, absolutely. Yeah, and we might actually go look at this group. I just want to see what's popping off right now. If Luna's, because I think they just stopped. So I'm trying to catch it to like once they go in. Because it looks like Luno's gathering again, so they might. I gotta see, man. They might go in again. Oh, sorry. Yeah, dude, Zaib's totally right though. That BDO team, and I feel like most people remember this, is that BDO team, man, was And again, because we did the data on it, like they were decently stronger than most of the other teams in that first team up cycle season, and we showed that. But again, you know, I'm not going to, I'm not going to rip them a new one. And I say that because I do think there is a little bit of leeway to be given, as I stated earlier, in that the kingdom pool wasn't large. It was a small kingdom pool. You know, the likelihood that your power margins were going to be wider in a smaller pool is just obvious. Right? But in the same breath, what we can also say is that BDO didn't necessarily need to team up with the other top kingdoms. I think they either teamed up with the next two top kingdoms, or it was like the second and fourth. It was like the second and fourth strongest kingdom, apart from them. I think that's what it was from what I recall. But I know it was like two of the other top kingdoms that they teamed up with, right? When they could have taken, a kingdom or two below that. And then that way the powers could have been a little bit closer. I do remember us talking about that at the time. So yeah, it just, again, you got to be fair, right? If you're going to say it one way, we got to also cover the other side of it too. Yeah, dude, 30 NA. NA is pushing. They're almost at the Spire. We might see some more action there soon. Ooh, more people are TPing in. Nice. Yeah, let me see here. Where are they fighting over this? I was gonna say, that's like so weird. Oh yeah, what's going on with GG? Oh, that's what Loose meant. Yeah, GG's kind of GGing right now. So yeah, because they're going up against UQ. Oh wow, dude, yeah, they got that fort down too to, what is that, 18%, 13%. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't look like UQ's putting up too much of a fight though. Oh damn, dude, UHT is rallying a WG player. Ooh, 50 mil. I'm so sorry for you and your losses. Ooh, A2G's fighting against, we can maybe go watch this. Yeah, A2G's fighting against BNR right now. We can watch this for a little bit. Yeah, like I'm going through all of them right now just to scout them out to see what else we got. Yeah. Zay says most people are having fun only when they are winning. So they are doing Diplo wins because having fun is the only reason they're playing this game. I mean, listen, that is true. Some people do view it that way. Some people view it like that. Regardless of how we might generally feel about that, some people do look at it like that, sadly. Yeah. Oh. C5, let's go take a look here. What else we got? 5. No one's taking that pass. No one's taking that pass. Yeah. Tulu says, as long as there is quality fights, winning doesn't matter all the time. Absolutely. I mean, a great example of this is you look at the Echo BXS season, right? Last season. Sure, they lost, but their KvK group had the highest potential merit totals that we've seen. Oh, thank you, Echo BDO. Excuse me, did I say BXS? Thank you. I do get those two confused sometimes. Apologies. But yes, Echo BDO season, they had arguably what was the highest potential KvK group total for the amount of PvP that they displayed throughout the entire season. And if you asked anyone over there from Echo and maybe BDO, I know at least Echo, no one was over there complaining. Everyone that I know of was super fulfilled about how the season went. And we covered it. We spoke to that effect. And we said as much. It's just, I mean, all around, like whether you're a player or you were a spectator, like part of me just feels like, dude, you were really fulfilled watching that season. Even the TFS season, which they were in the number 2 KvK group. I mean, again, they basically had a 3v3 stalemate in the final zone where they had split basically the inner dragon circle up. And you remember those 2 bridge chokes they were just fighting at nonstop. It was amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. Rhinos, what's up, man? You said Guns went AFK? Like randomly, or he said that he was going? Because I know, I think he's streaming the Echo fight. The Echo EAS fight right now. Too loose is like touche. Yeah, man. Ziv's like way of thinking for like 10% people. Yeah. Absolutely. Dream, what's up, man? What theme is the next Greatest Heights? Can always hire for whatever it is. I'm not sure. I don't really follow the Greatest Heights. I'm sure someone else would know. Senna, what's up? Who's winning here? HOUW or... Oh, Guns. Oh, he just closed the stream. Nice. Maybe we'll get some peeps coming to hang out. Yeah. If that's the case, we might actually go watch the Echo EAS fight if he stopped. Usually I don't like watching the same stuff that other streamers are watching. I know Guns typically, when he's streaming, I know usually he's watching the number 1 fight. So that's just a great opportunity for me to go watch some other people and spread some love. Yeah, let me see. All right. Yeah, maybe we'll go hang out then and watch the champs. Are they still going or did they stop? Oh, they're getting ready to go again. Ooh. Okay. They haven't gone yet, so maybe what we'll do is we'll I know what I'm gonna do. I'll leave my scout on watch, so that way we can pay attention for when it goes down. Yeah, there we go. Nice, cool. So I'm gonna watch this here on my scout, and then whenever it goes down, we'll come back and watch. Sweetness. Good plan, boss. I know. Thank you. Sometimes I surprise myself. It's not on purpose. It's just, it's who I am. All right, let's continue. Let's see here. So as we go, so yeah, and again, we can kind of go through like a quick. So we know the fight's going on there. Here in 4035, where's my sheet here too as well? So 4035, right? Most of the fights is happening in Azinor, which is in this zone 3. This is the one I was saying earlier where it's basically 3 fighting zones. You have Luno coming in from the north, and then you have WBs coming in from the south, right? So in this matchup, it's WB, TFS, ROG, right? But TFS is over here, so they can't get in on any action until level 6 pass opens. And then you have Luno, like I said, Luno from the north, WB from the south, which they're different teams. And then you have 57 going up against ROG. So, you have BDO and TFS that are basically out right now, not fighting. And so you have basically Luno's trying to push as fast as they can to tear up this ROG territory. And you could see that if we zoom in as well. Oh, hang on. I think it's going down. Yep, it's going down. Hang on. Okay. See, I told you guys, man, I'm on watch right now. I'm on watch duty for this. Here we go. All right. I told you guys I'm on watch duty, man. I got multiple cameras on it. Yeah. Yeah, but again, whenever this dies out, then we'll go. We'll go and we'll go through the KvK so we can get you guys updates, and I'll go through them in order too as well, because I think there's only 6 or 7 that are open at the moment. The rest are going to be opening tonight and then tomorrow. Can I zoom out one more? Damn, I really wanted to try and zoom out one more. We can do it. Bam, there we go. Damn, bro, dude, they're just nonstop on this. I wonder if they're just trying to. Ooh, I like this side counterplay here, from EIS, dude. Very nice. Like just having multiple different battlefields, right? Battlefronts, right? Don't just have the point of attack be singular and have it be just straight up face to face. Go and attack from the sides. Like if you can break out and have kind of multiple entry points, do that. I'm always a fan of that, man. Being able to kind of play that micro out into your macro play a little bit more, where you're not just limiting, just kind of fighting on one battle area. Why not fight on multiple fronts? I absolutely love that. Yeah. Yeah, HEW because they're still defending, depends which side you're supporting. Yeah. This is no one's gonna beat them till devs release new season with 4 million free elixir per week. Yeah. Yeah, possibly. I mean, you know, that's one way of looking at it. It's one way of looking at it. Yeah. Rhino says we're fighting already for 9 hours straight on. Dude, nice. I love it. I love it. Invading equal opponent is so impossible. like just the depression. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I don't know what's going on here, and I say that not that I don't know what's generally happening. What I'm talking about is from what people were talking about in the Gen Discord. Like I was talking about this earlier. Some people were saying that that Echo wasn't invading and they were dodging, and then they went in and they like defeated Echo or defeated AS in 6 minutes or something like that. And I'm sitting over here now looking at this, and it's just. I'm like, what? Now keep in mind, COD Discord and Gen Chat is what it is. And I was saying this earlier, I just thought it was funny how the narrative shifted like pretty quickly. But you look at this now, and it looks like the most Echo's been able to do is get a Bastion up, it looks like. But I thought someone said they might have lost a Bastion earlier, if that's right. So. But this is nice, man. I love, and this is the thing I'll tell you that I appreciate about watching top KvK groups is that oftentimes they will have a little bit more flexibility to test stuff out or to take risks, to take chances, it feels like. And a good example is what I was just talking about, where we saw that they were basically fighting 2 to 3 fronts at that one point, right, compared to the singular front we're seeing now. And that's what I enjoyed watching. Also, you know, being able to kind of tinker with different flanking pairs or different battlefront pairs, so it's not just kind of what you would fight in the main group, or I said if you're a part of the main group on either side, which you're most likely going to be using to fight with. Like I like seeing that diversity. As he's, gosh, man. It says if you're doing free for all like EAS, you could test anything you want. You guys, man. So mean. So mean. Oh my gosh. You guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Rhinos has got it. Rhinos says, let me explain what happened. Okay. So we got the gate opened like 12 to 1 p.m. Yeah, UTC. We didn't do anything. We took the gate and waited. So they started talking. Okay. Okay. So that's what happened. I mean, that to me probably adds up and makes a little bit more sense at that point if that's the case. Yeah. Nano, Saber, thank you guys so much for the subs, man. It means a lot. I appreciate that. I'm going to throw some confetti in the chat because why? It's free and I like the animation. Okay, so they started talking shiitake to you guys about echo dodging. So at 15 UTC, we started pushing them. We destroyed 2 towers and a bunch of keeps. We built the bastion. Now we are trying to destroy their bastion. There's no other way around it. Okay, okay, got it. Got it. No, I appreciate the POV share. Where is their bastion? Okay, right there. Okay. Okay, okay, you guys got it down. Nice. Okay. Wait, so does that mean that they didn't destroy your bastion? Because I thought I saw someone say that an Echo bastion was destroyed, but unless you've had to rebuild this one. So, yeah. Zaif says, by the way, how's RFF zone looks like? So RFF, yeah, we can take a look. So like in this, like I said, the Azure fight, this is Echo EIS. If I come up top, right, it's, oh gosh, I'm always forgetting this one. What is this? Yeah, so this is RFF, right? So they're here. You could see this, right? So HXF, they're coming down. They're working on these EIS towers. So you have RFF coming down. It looks like working on the EIS towers right now. No one's taken this, right? Because it's same. Or sorry, not same. It's who is this? Oh, I think this is them. Yeah, sorry, that's them. Yeah, they've already taken that over. So they're already coming down here from the level 3 pass. They don't need level 5 pass. So they're doing that. I believe they were. I thought there was some action happening here, but what in the heckaroni? That is a very organized line that they have there. Sure, why not? Okay. But then again, EIS is there. You could see Echo's coming in there. So it's at this point, you also have to, and then the only other action that's happening on this KvK is SSG and BTX. Right? So, which again, it was very light PvP. Let me be clear. It's not as though they're going completely bananas and overboard. So, but that is essentially who's fighting who. So you're not, you're not, again, in this number 1 KvK group, in the short version here is that if EIS gets kicked out, the KvK is over. Like for more or less all intents and purposes, because it would just be morally deflating and demotivating for them. So it's, yeah, and again, right, yeah, to speak to that, right, you have RAC up here. It's not like RAC wasn't trying to do, I did see them do some fighting earlier, but again, I haven't been watching too much, so I don't know how much, but they were trying to do some fighting here, and SSG was trying to push them here. So, excuse me, BTX was trying to push SSG out of the zone too. And then I think SSG was trying to push BTX here into there. So it's, again, they were trying, but yeah, there's nothing that really came of it. So that's why I'm saying, if based on the trajectory, which is why I was saying this earlier, to me it just feels like arguably this could end up being maybe as bad in a different way, but maybe almost, if not as bad as the TFS Noir KvK. That was just like an utter sham, right? To a degree throughout, but definitely in the final zone. The difference here is that these kingdoms just, straight up lost if it plays out that way, and EIS gets kicked out of the zone 3 before the final zone opens, or they get denied level 7 pass access to the final zone. You could very much be walking into a situation where this KvK is over before the FZ opens. And then it's just done by zone 3. So like that could really suck if you see that happen. And for me, that's my worry. Right? I don't know if anyone else is worried about that, but that's my worry. So, yeah, it just kind of sucks. It sucks to see that could happen, is where I'm going with that. Rhino says, yeah, they sniped one of our bastions. They were so fast, crazy, unreal. GG to them for that. Okay. So it was early then. It was like right after it was placed or something. Like not where. Okay. Yeah. Nano, what's up? So, hey, I just came back to the game after 2 years. Is it better to start a new account? I'm a Rock player. Just want to start something new. Anybody can reply. Absolutely. Nano. COD is the bee's knees. I'm just going to say that. And so, yeah, if you're, again, I don't know if you've played COD before and you're saying you're just back after 2 years from playing in the beginning, but it seems like you might not have a strong account, or depending, it also depends on the kingdom you're in and what power the account is, if it's active enough to keep playing in. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with starting over. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, man, I think COD as a competitive kingdom builder, especially on the PvP side, I think that it is, I'll just say, generally better than Rock. And it's probably the best PvP kingdom builder for open field on the market right now, and I've been very consistent with saying that since day one. So, yeah, absolutely. Like I just don't even think it's really close. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. No. I'm good, Rhinos. I appreciate you. Early game is so well. To be fair, is they have improved the early game. Ooh, do I need to go and look now? Hang on. Oops, my bad. I didn't realize that we were stalling out. Let me give me a sec here. Let's do this. Let me make sure I get my scout here so we can watch. Let's go back to 35. I'm gonna have my scout here on Echo EAS matchup watch. So whenever they go at it, we'll know. Ooh, nice, dude. WB and SR and 57 are getting some action in. Is it? Or am I tripping? Am I tripping? No, I'm not tripping. Good. Yeah. All right. Nice. Let's watch this for a sec. Small little skirmish, but it's a little something. Yeah. Oh, damn. Are they already going? Dude, they are fast. Oh, they're hitting him from the top. That's why. Yeah, looks like they're just putting a little pressure on the top, but they haven't gone full blast yet. Yeah. And I'll say this, man, that's the one thing I really like about some of the top KvK groups is, dude, they just immediately replenish. Like, it's 0 Fs given. It's hardly any delay to no delay. Like, they're just like, dude, they're just trying to stand on PvP business, right? So like, they'll go in, they'll fight, immediately replenish, and we're back at it. I mean, I always got to give respect to that, because it's not like people are trying to stall out or wait. It's like each side knows what's going on. And at the same time, I also, to a degree, respect the fact that some of these top KvK groups will wait. Like they'll like they don't mind. Like sometimes they're not gonna like punch the gun early, right? They'll wait until everyone has like some more. Like if they see a bunch of people are coming in to refill the pod or the group, they'll do that. Like they'll just let them come in. So I appreciate that at least. Yeah. Mm. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm thinking steak for dinner. Oh, absolutely, Nano. I think, yeah, man. Even starting fresh, you could always just join a group as well, Nano. I mean, again, if you've played Rock for a while, you're probably familiar with jumping. They used to have the jumping mechanic in CoD. They took it out, I think, about 5 or 6 months ago. But you can still find a group if you want to start in the same kingdom with someone. They still promote that stuff. So I mean, it's kind of, they still promote jumpers. It's just that there's just not the mechanic that's in the game anymore to do a single jump. But you can look for those on the COD Discord, even on my Discord. There's a link for it. People post projects, ads on mine as well. But those would be like the 2 places I would check, especially if you're just trying to get into a group that'll help you maybe boost a little faster. Okay. Oh, I think it's going. I think they're going. Oh, yeah, they're going. All right. All right, they're going. Where is it? Oh, Stan, did I go to the wrong one? Oh, I did. Okay, good. Oh yeah, the rally just came down. That's why. Who's leading that? Oh, Kirito is. Okay, cool. Nice. Dude, get that bastard. I like how the rally's going, but then they think to themselves, all right, man, let's line this up death row style. Okay. I see how you guys operate. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, man, GG's still putting some work into. You can I thought for a sec they were gonna come at them, but yeah, it doesn't look like it now. and Ash, yeah, they got a little bit, but they're not doing like a lot. Oh, hang on, I want to see how this rally goes, man. So like they're fighting here, and I think they're fighting up here too. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I love how they're fighting on multiple fronts, man. Mad respect for that. That's that. Like to me, that's how it should be. Yeah, more fronts, the better. Are they fighting here? Oh, okay. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, man. What a track, but let's give it a shot. I'll leave Rock for COD. Nice! We have just converted someone to the new faith. Look at that, man. And they said religion never does anything for anyone. Some people. Nano says, nah, I spent too much in another game. Already rock 140 mil power, lol. I'm just trying to be a regular player. There you go, man. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl it. Zay says, by the way, Boss, you think COD should make only one group of servers? What do you mean? Oh, you mean one group of servers is in one like KvK Kingdom pool? So everyone has to play in the same pool. Like, as an example, if like there's just one Kingdom pool for SOS, is that what you mean? You said yes. For the most part, I do. Absolutely. I personally, I think they should. I think they should just have one Kingdom pool. And this way, when you have one Kingdom pool, it actually makes a lot of things easier at that point. One, you ensure that you always have the highest amount of kingdoms within a pool, which also means that you have the highest percentage of having fair and balanced KvK matchups. Number two, you're also able to track the kingdoms that skip or that are lower seeded a lot more closely. And because of this, we already know that they're planning to do kingdom merges in Rock because they announced it in one of the recent, like the second to third dev Q&A a while back. So there's a good chance that they may bring that over to COD, which they should have already done. But you'll be able to track those kingdoms, I believe, a lot more efficiently as well if everyone is in the same pool. And so it also makes it easier when you think about lining up timelines. Now, if you don't have multiple pools, everyone's timeline's the same. So migration is a lot more easier. It's more streamlined for everyone. There's really a lot more pros than there are cons. And so if you ask me, absolutely. I think once you make it to Season of Strife, if the current pool is going, you wait until the pool finishes. And then you join that pool. It's as simple as that. So yeah, I absolutely believe that they should have one kingdom pool, and that should just be the main kingdom pool once you get to Season of Strife, right? Because for Season 2 and 3, you're kind of already doing, the pools are more or less on similar timelines, so you don't really have as much to worry about there. But yes, I very much believe that. And actually, I believe that so much, maybe I should make a suggestion on that and then do a video, because I wonder if people would really be behind that. And I like list it out. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but the suggestion that I wrote, I'm shocked, but I think it actually has a decent amount of upvotes now. Like even the video I did, like it was probably like my best video that I've done just for talking about a suggestion for the game. I need to go and find it now. Oh my God, yeah, I need to find out where it is. Oh yeah, look at this, dude. So here, I'm going to show you guys my suggestion real quick. So here's my suggestion that I wrote for those of you that are curious. I'm shocked by the response that we've got for this, right? It's at 200. Is that Omni? Oh, dude, I can't tell if that's Omni or not. Maybe. Let me see. Can I view reactions for this? Oh no, damn! I thought that was Omni, but no, it's Asus. It's like similar picture. I thought for a moment, but look, we have 209 upvotes, 5 downvotes. If you take the differential, it's 204, right? Again, it's so awesome to see so many people supporting this. And I'm not the first person. I said this in the video. I'm not the first person to talk about adding in kill, death, and heals for unit tier breakdowns. Like Rock does a lot of this, but it's nice to see that a lot of people are supporting this. They really agree with the suggestion, and it's getting some traction again. So yeah, man, I hope more people upvote this. It gets even more traction, and they're going to be able to address this, because that's what you got to do. You got to keep it in sight and in the mind, right? You can't let these things wander and dissipate from reality and become an out of sight, out of mind thing for too long, because then that's where you lose momentum. So yeah, like I said, I feel very happy and blessed that people are really gravitating towards that, because it's one of the few, it's one of those suggestions I was really happy to write up and I really believe in. Absolutely, man, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, Zaim, like what you would do is you would just disable the skip thing, right? So you just wouldn't allow anyone to skip anymore. You would just remove that function. Right. So it just like force puts everyone into one group. Yeah. Just so main archers, you can have fun. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. All right, looks like we're waiting a little bit. What's going on up here? Are they are they actioning it? What's happening? Yeah, they're removing the EAS. Yeah, I was gonna say I doubt they'd have any action going on. All right, let's go back. We're gonna go back to 4044 watch now. Oh, dude, look at that, dude. WB and 57 are still going at it. It's a kerfuffle. That's what I want to see. Oh, dude, damn. They got another, Echo's got another rally coming in. Oh, wow. We might actually have to go back. I think they're about to, oh, yeah, it's going down again, dude. All right. We'll head back. It's going down again. I'm going to have to try and catch them early. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and catch them like early, like right when the fight finishes. Then we can go watch others. I wonder how their rallies are going. Whoa. I don't know. That was weird. Yeah, man. I'd be curious on some reports, man, from this one. I wonder if, I mean, it looks like they just have a lot of replenishment that's going down. Let me check. What's going on with this? Oh, wow, man. Echo's really pushing this. Damn, look at Bano getting it. Damn, they're just going around and flanking. Are they still fighting up here, too? Oh, they're not. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they really went like NTS ball push on the interior there for a bit. I wonder if they're doing that just to either apply some general pressure or they're trying to maybe just take some of the replenishment routes away. Well, yeah, they still got the rally going too. Jeez. Feels like Echo's been staying here a little bit longer than they did the last pass. Prop all dead. And just go to COD Discord and look for some new starting. Yeah. And with 6 minute account, you won't have fun or learn anything on anything below 650 plus. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think based on that power, it depends on where you're at, but you'd have to check some of those kingdoms. 65 is pretty dead. Like I could tell you that's where my main is. Well, semi-active main, to be clear. So it might just be better just to start over. Although like you'd have to check because the highest kingdom there maybe 334 just because it's the newest out of that group, but apart from that, you still might end up. It just depends on how active that kingdom is itself. Oh, damn! Is this like a double counter rally on the rally? Jeez. $48. Whoa, did I go backwards? Oh my gosh, I did go backwards. My bad. No, I want to recall. I don't want to copy it. Crap, I did go backwards. I didn't mean to. Yeah, 55. There we go. All right, now I feel better. Damn, still 84%, huh? I imagine they're probably just going to keep running just some more backs to backs on this. They're probably lining up the next rally. I'm shocked that they're keeping up with this. Both sides are, as long as they are. They're just not going back to reset and regroup. Okay, so now they've gone to reset. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me see. Is WBN 57? They are. Let's see if what's going on up here. Are they finally doing something up here? Damn, they are. ROG is putting that per her Hersher. Oh, looks like they're hitting this one too. Yeah, because they're not. Oh, yeah, this is the GG. Jeez. GG's working that down. Okay, here we go. A2G's doing a little bit of fighting here against BNR. This is UH. I don't know how much. Yeah, they probably don't have a lot going on though, huh? Bunts. Okay, so yeah, they don't really have a lot there. Oh yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a lot on that one. Ooh, the MFD. This one we probably will get a little bit of action going on. Yep. Oh, never mind, dude. They're already going back at it. Where am I going? Oopsies. Did I go too far? I did. They're already back at it. No, we gotta get the perfect zoom. Okay, there we go. Nice. Good little zoomer effect. Damn, dude, they're just back to back on these rallies, man. There's just no delay. Two. Are they circling around? Oh, they're not. Okay, interesting. I thought they were just like moving and trying to circle around just to get a different position. You guys are going through a new player introduction course in live chat. So kind, so kind. Well, tomorrow we're going to think about that. Ui. Scusi. Dude, EIS did not mind pushing them a little bit on their side and their territory. Got some cojones there. Just a bit. Now we get the reset. Where's the rally? Where's the rally? There it is. Tell you, they're just. It's just like go. It's all gas, no brakes, man. That's what it is right now. Like literally. I mean, they've been jamming them, and yeah, dude. I mean, Chase, what's up, man? Absolutely. EIS is putting up a fight. Respect. Respect-a-roni. Would you like a splash of respect on your Alfredo pasta? Sure. Why not? 581. Look at that, man. The flank disrupting the supply line. Absolutely, man. That's what EIS should be doing. Good tactics. Man, have a squad that can just disrupt the supply line. It helps out in the main fight that much more. And if Echo can't counter it to react, then all right. Why not, man? Play the multiple. But the challenge is if you're going to do that, you have to be applying enough pressure on the main force so that way they're not able to have more flexibility than you. And then also moving to counter your counter push, right? Because you don't want to just give it up for free. Let me see here. Mr. Goodell, what's up, man? How are the other teams doing? So this is what we're going to do. I've been wanting to go and do this for a minute. So once this fight finishes, we will go and do a quick run through of all the other active KvKs for that have a level 5 pass open, and I'll give everyone an update on how they're doing. Right. So we'll go take a few minutes to update that. Hmm. All right. All right. If they reset here in a minute, then we will go do an update on all the KvK groups for everyone. Just got to see if they are. I feel like we're getting close to a reset. Maybe we're getting closer now that they've been pushed back to the pass. We'll see. Some of these names, man, that I'm reading. Okay, so they just opted for no reset and a counter push. Sure, sure. We see you. Oh, there's negative. Cutie's there. Mm. Oh, this dude is Stennis the Menace. I know Stennis. I think I saw Dark out there fighting too. I don't know where I see his name, but I swear I thought I saw him earlier. Dude, there's Northern Light, dude. He's been playing this game for so long. Okay. They're kind of slowing down a bit. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to give an update real quick on all the, on at least just the active KvK groups for Zone 3. So this is from the G2 pool. We'll start with, again, this being the #1 KvK group. So the matchup here for this one. Oops, hang on. I got to scroll up here one moment. So I can actually get to where we need to get to. Oops, did I go too far? Here we go. Okay. So for this group, right, we know it's BTX RFF Echo versus RAC EIS SSG. Now, Azenor is probably going to be the deciding zone. Why? Because Echo is already in Zone 3, and then BTX has already taken over this Zone 3, and SSG hasn't really been able to push in from the Level 5 pass. Coincidentally, if you look at the RAC group up here, they haven't really been able to push through their Level 3 pass, which is going from the Zone 1 into the Zone 3. Which leaves us with the only contested Zone 3 left, which is the one that EIS controls. And that's where Echo's pushing them here. And then on the top side, you have RFF, who is pushing them. That's because you can see them here, right? So they've come in. RFF is pushing EIS from the top. And you can see that they are working down the Alliance Keep. It's got less than a minute. And then they're also working down the tower. Right, and then they'll eventually get to the fort if they keep up the same pace. So, all things considered, if I'll just say it doesn't look good for EIS the way that it's trajectorying at the moment, and I wouldn't be shocked if this KvK is over at Zone 3. It would be disappointing, but it could happen. All right, next group. This is going to be 40-35. This is the #2 KvK group. So this is NF57 BDO Luno versus ROG TFS WB. This is one of those groups where the KvK could end in Zone 3 as well. You have 4 kingdoms that are fighting it out in Azenor right now. The only kingdoms that aren't here is TFS and BDO, and they are on one team apiece. So on the south, we got WB pushing 57. And you could see that they have been trying. I think I might have to get a little in more. But they're already working down. Like they got a minute and a half on this flag. They've been pushing. They got a flag built. Next thing is going to be working on the keep and the fortress. I don't know if they've been working on anything up here at the north. They have. I mean, it's been, right, they're pushing through. In the middle, it's ROG NF57. Oh, excuse me. Or we'll just say 57. However, you can see here, they are fighting back a little. But for the most part, ROG has kind of been having their way up the ramp ever since they started engaging. And then here you have Luno. And again, they're kind of build destroying, and working the flags down is what they're doing. So it's interesting because it's kind of like this 2v2, but you have each group that's trying to get to the middle as fast as they can, right? So in this case, Luno is trying to get to and assist 57, right? So Luno wants to tear up all this blue territory. On the opposite side, WB wants to assist ROG. So they want to tear up all the purple territory. Based on this, Luno is closer, it looks like, flag-wise, to ROG than WB is over here to their teammate. So maybe that might play a factor. We'll have to see how that works out. But Frosmere, it's pretty much WB. And then you have and then TFS, right? Again. And then in this zone 2, it's Luno and I believe BDO, right? So I don't know if they're going at it or whatnot, but I mean, they could be. Which is interesting to me because they're supposed to be against each other. Luno's fighting it out right now, so it makes you wonder, why is BDO not attacking them? Right? So I don't know. I don't know if I understand that one. Because from what I understood, this is a 3v3. So that is a little suspect to me, but maybe there's some information we don't know. Let's go to 4036. Let me see if anyone's posted anything in here that I need an update on. Rayhart said that EIS KvK is over since the matchmaking has been decided to complete coverage KvK. I mean, that is one way to put it. Okay. Let's get to 4036. In this group. This is pretty much like, we don't know who's teamed up with who here. I'm still wondering. So from what I understand, it's basically kind of a free-for-all until the final zone, unless teams have been decided, and I just don't know what they are yet. To keep things simple, GG is pushing in through this pass here, and you can see that they are building at the moment. I don't know if they're doing any destroying or this is just mainly building here. There you go. So UQ took gray to make it look like the territory is inactive, but yeah, GG's basically going through and destroying that. No one's taken over level 5 pass here. NTS is fighting against Ash. And then on this side, 30 NA is fighting against MM. So part of me wonders, okay, is NTS and 30 NA together? Or are they just coincidentally fighting because this is where the nearest action is? And then if they destroy the people in the middle, they'll just start killing each other off? Again, I don't know what the updates have been there. NTS is destroying a bunch of these. And I think they also have a corner build that they're doing right now as well. If we go over to NA, you could see they're destroying. It looks like it's pretty one-sided, respectfully. So maybe they'll end up fighting it out in the middle. GG might has free reign over there. And then I'm trying to see who's over here on this side. Oh, so GG's already here. Oh, so GG. So maybe it's GG 30 NA NTS, possibly. Or maybe it's just 30 NA GG that are on a team, possibly. It just makes it seem weird because you'd have Ash and MM. Are they supposed to be allies, or did they just build up and then they're just kind of getting the brunt end of the stick, right? It's like maybe they fought against each other here, but now they're each getting kind of sandwiched. I don't know, just it's a weird KvK because I'm not 100% sure what the teams are because I've asked people in the beginning and it just, right, nothing's kind of been decided, or at least an update since initially. Then we get to 4037. In this group, it's UHA, A2GED versus 25IW, BNR, WGL. So in Azinor, we have BNR, WG versus A2G, right? So A2G is here. You could see massive fighting that's still happening, right? A2G is fighting, is doing a 1v2. They're fighting against WG and BNR here at the level 5 pass. So if now we're looking at like ED and UHA, but there's really nothing happening there, right? You can see A2G has control over this. ED is there too as well. So it's really just kind of UHA at this point. And then again, the other side, right? We have 25. And let me see who else is over here too as well. I gotta make sure, unless this is all 25. Okay, looks like so. So at the moment, oh, excuse me, but then you got WG, right? So WG is to 25. So they're coming in right now. I guess they're waiting. I think it's because they got the action going on over there in Azenor, but they're allied with 25, right? So it's UHA here that would be trying to get in. But they're again, they don't have any zone 3 access right now. Right now they are pushing in zone 2 against WG. You could see that here. Right? So they're destroying there, and they have this northern path. I don't know if they're working down the fort yet. Oh, they are. Look at this. So there you go. 24%. So now they're pushing. So you have one zone that is basically contested, and then each team has their own. Right? So A2GED, and then you got 25 and WG that are in the other zone 3. So you got one apiece, but Azenor is contested. So we'll have to see how, again, it's probably going to take a little bit more time, right, to really see how that plays out. But that's where we're at for that one. If we go over and we look at 4038, this one is BXS, 21 SW, and 3-3 versus NWE, QOD, IWG. Azenor is, again, contested. So here it's SW versus NW. And then we also have QOD who's assisting, right? So it's QOD, NW. So you have 4 kingdoms here. So QOD is coming from the south. They're trying to assist NW, right? So, and you can see like they've made it pretty far. Look how far QOD has made it. And they're still building and going just absolutely buck wild, right? So it looks like they're breaking through some of the NWE, or they're probably just pathing them out. On the north side, it's SW and BXS, right? So they've come in through this pass, the level 3 pass, level 5. So it's kind of like the north versus south at this point. And then I don't know if BXS is applying any pressure here on this pass, but that's kind of where we're at right now, right? So you could see here, SW, there's the NW right there. They're not pushing on that front. Okay, here, so they've got another flag going down there for BXS. And then I believe they were fighting over here at this one, but nothing's happening now, right? Bastion's down. BXS has a fort down over here. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Again, it could have implications for some of the other zones. If we look at the Frosmere, zone 3 for this group, you got QOD and IW. They're a team, so they kind of already have zone 3 locked. This one, 25 and 3-3, they're on the other team. So it's one apiece with Azenor being contested. Okay, now we get to 4039. Just make sure there's no comments or posts to look back on. So in this one, this is, again, I don't know why Azenor seems to be the zone 3 of choice where everyone's getting some action in. So for this one, we got Law FG 97 versus DBB POTC MFD. Once again, Azenor is where it's at, right? You got 4. This is the third KvK group with 4 kingdoms fighting it out in one zone 3. On the south side, we have I think this is FAFG. Let me just double check here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, FG's right there. Good, okay. So FG fighting against POTC. They're coming in from the south. At the same time, MFD and 97 are fighting it out here at the middle around that level 4 spire. Up north, we have MFD coming down and tearing through some 97 territory. So this is kind of like the Luno KvK, right? Where you got one coming down from the south, one coming up from the north. Or sorry, one coming up from the south, down from the north. I have to remember how I say that, so it makes sense. But again, they're destroying flags, they're building, and then you go to the middle, right? And we're looking at the area here. So it looks like some flags are probably being destroyed, yeah, by 97, and that's the POTC. And then again, you got MFD trying to kind of work their way down as fast as they can to support, right? So multiple flags being destroyed here. So again, this is probably going to be a contested zone. FG is in here. Let me see who else they're in here with. I can't remember if it was anyone else besides them. Maybe it's just FG. It should have been someone else, I thought. Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like it. It looks like contested. So I don't know if DVB is trying to do anything here. Okay, doesn't look like it. So you got FG in one zone, and then MFD is in the other. Again, they're on different sides as well. Let me see if there is... Okay, yeah, and then Laws is over here. Yeah, so it looks like it's one kingdom for one zone 3 apiece, and then 4 fighting it out in a contested zone 3, which is that of Azanor. All right, let's go to 4040. We'll take a look at this one. Okay. Again, Azanor is the highlight. So actually, Frostmere is getting some, I think, more PvP in this KvK group. But it's RNW, HWG, NXW versus IFAP, HOUW, and WOW, or WAO. If we start in Azanor, we can see here that WAO from Skuden, which is the North Zone 2, is pushing down and doing a 1v2 versus HWG and RN. They have made it out a little bit, and you can see here that they are building and destroying, but again, there is some resistance that they are meeting, but that effectively is a 1v2. Excuse me, there's no action going on down here. RNW, on the other half, is going from Argolin into Frostmere. So there is some action here. IFAB, we were covering this a little bit earlier, right? But IFAB is defending this. And then on the eastern side of Frostmere, it's NXW that's coming in and trying to get in versus HOUW, right? And again, I mean, they are destroying a flag right now. Looks like less than halfway. I don't know if there's anything else that's going to destroy this. See. No, not those. Okay. So again, light PvP that's happening. In that case, Frostmere seems like it's pretty contested. The 1v2, again, for all intents and purposes right now, HWG and RN have control of that. If we go over here, you can see WAO has control of this zone 3, right? So it's them going in, blocking out SXW going in from their zone 1 right into the zone 3, or NXW. And then level 5 pass hasn't been capped. All right. Let's go to 41. Actually, I think that's it. Because 41, their level 5 passes opened about 24 minutes ago. Excuse me. So, ooh, nice. Look at that, dude. Maybe we'll get some dope action here because their passes just opened. So this one, I think, on the DC side. So this is a similar matchup to like the 30 NA NTSGG stuff that's going on, where like it's just not, or excuse me, initially they said that it was going to be like a free for all, but now you can see like Dawn, K211, they were fighting against each other in the zone 3 initially, I believe, from at least what I have written down, but I said light PvP. But now you have DC that's invading. Let me see if there's anything going on at one of the other level 5 passes. So nothing on that one. That one didn't get taken. That didn't get taken. And these didn't. Okay. So even if they're still seeing some action here, it looks like we have some massive action that's happening here because the pass has just opened. So dope sauce. Maybe we'll watch this for a little bit. Because again, their pass has just opened. All the other passes are planning to open early this morning. So the next pass that opens is going to actually be the Pay to Win Laws, GPX Backs, EXAXT group. Their pass is going to open in about 5 hours. And then the next ones is like 4:25. And then there's a bunch that are opening tomorrow morning around 8 a.m., which is, I think, around 12 or 11 UTC. Yeah, so, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that review for at least the current G2 group, KvK groups that are open. Maybe I'll clip that and I could just do a video upload. Because I actually thought we did a pretty good job covering that, at least for the ones that are open at the moment. Yeah, I don't know how frequent we'll see some PvP here, but we'll give it a sec. And we can always rotate back and forth between the Echo one, which will have to go. Captain CoD, what up, Cap? This is the captain. That's right, man. From WAO. Yeah. We just covered it. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, nice. Maybe we'll head back though, because I'm just looking right now, and it looks like Echo and EAS are going back at it, and then we'll yeah, they are nice. Tis what we want to see, my friend. This is what we want to see. Cadis's need to get back to this top KvK. 1 to 2 seasons, we back. That's right, man. That's right. We'll see you back there, man. Last season ain't no fluke. Absolutely. Man, how dare I come and watch, and then they decide, all right, this is the moment where we're going to recoup. Oh, my bad. I think they're waiting for the rally. Let's look for that. Are they just waiting for the rally to get launched? Probably, right? Where is it? Where is it? I know we'll find it somewhere. Who's ever launched the? It's got to be close. I don't think they're going to launch the rally from far away. Yeah. All right. I want to go back to that. Where was it? Peck? No, it's 4041, right? Yeah. Let's go back here, and then I'll use my scout and keep an eye out on this one for when it pops off again. Dude, rough life. Nothing's happening there. How dare you? How dare you cripple us with nothing, with nothingness? Yeah. All right. Oh, dude, is Luno going at it again? Dang, did I just miss another Luno all in? Oh, the disappointment right now. It's intoxicating. I can't handle it. Dang it. Dude, this is the second Luno all in or TP effort. Yo, shout out to my boy, just kill him. Dang. I am disappointed in myself right now. Dang it. Is there action down here? How dare there be no action down there? You guys suck. All right. So mad. I will definitely stomp my feet later in a ruckus, in a vigorous ruckus. I don't know. I'll see another rally coming in. Let's see. Did I miss one? RG. Okay. We didn't. All right, let's check. All right, nothing there. Where am I going next? Any action? It's just so weird to me that the action is like pinning it there. Oh, damn. Something's going on here. Oh, wow. Oh, it's because they disconnected. That's why. Damn, yo, they didn't even, yo, this is crazy to me. How much disrespect do you have to where you skip the Bastion, you skip the Spire, and you go balls deep just because you're connected to the fort? You go all the way through and around, and you're like, look, man, I don't mind fighting in the corner. It's like, damn. Jeez. The Mary Kate Ashleys on these homies, and homegirls, I'm sure as well, is just redonkulous. Gosh. It's like you had a bunch of easier targets, but it's like, nah, man, we're just no. It's yeah. Yeah. It's hardest difficulty or nothing at all. Okay, sure, why not? Just nuts. It's wild, man, wild. Oh. Random question though: has anyone here seen the Halo TV series. Excuse me. I was curious if anyone's seen it. So I started watching it actually with my girls, and they really liked the Covenant monsters. Maybe because it like semi reminds them of, I don't know, dinosaurs. So it was weird. It was funny. But yeah, they were kind of into it. And I ended up realizing that they only had made 2 seasons of the Halo series. And apparently, I don't know, like I think it received like a 7.3 on INVADES its first season. I'm not sure where it's at now. Let me see here. Let me see here. Yeah. So it actually wasn't received badly. It got a 7.3 on IMDb. It's got an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. But apparently some people were like very critical of it and like just the way that they did it. I will say this. So far, I actually have been enjoying it. I don't know if anyone here has seen it. It's on Paramount, but I'm watching it on Amazon Prime. Obviously, it's, I mean, I've played, the Halos with all the main kind of storylines, right? If you're talking like from, Halo 1 to 2, 3, and Reach. But yeah, there are differences, clear differences, but I don't hate it. I've actually been enjoying it so far, just with it being a little bit different. But yeah, what I have, I guess, appreciated them maybe sticking a little bit more to the source material. Sure. I don't think anyone's going against that. All right. Let's it looks like we're back. It looks like we're back in action. We're gonna catch this at the right time. Oops, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? There we go. I'm tripping. There we go. Oh, that's okay. Can I go out? Damn, man, I'm trying to get this. Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Chia pet. Looking good now. Yeah. Also, man, there's so much good anime that's coming out next season. Oh my gosh. I don't know if there's any anime heads in the chat, but dude, just wait. Yeah. Like we have less than a month. We have less than a month until the summer, until the summer 2025 anime comes out. Oh my god. Dude, there's Dandadan season 2. And Kaiju number 8 second season. Oh, hype's real, man. Hype so real. Yeah. Oh, my bad. And Shield Hero. And my Shield Hero. For season 4 comes out. Oh my gosh, dude. And the second part of the 4th season of Dr. Stone for any of my science anime nerds out there. Oh god. Like just, and there's other stuff I'm going to check out too, but like those are 4 that are just already on the top of my list. I can't wait. Yeah, I gotta see if they've added anything here. Because there looks like there's some good stuff coming out next season. My gosh, it's like chaos in here right now, man. Like they're just everywhere. Yeah. Oh, damn, dude. And then July 18, the Infinity Castle arc for Demon Slayer apparently drops. And it looks like they said they're doing a movie and it's like the first 3 episodes. That's going to be sick, dude. That's a month. Oh, dude, I wonder if they're going to screen that at my movie theater. You know, interesting note about this. I don't know if any of you guys have checked your movie theaters, but I've noticed that some of these big movie theaters, at least with one of them near me, like they screen a lot of stuff, and they actually screen a bunch of anime shows, like anime movies there, which I was shocked to find out. And they do like a lot of old school movies and stuff. Yeah, I was like really pleasantly surprised. And I think they might be doing the Demon Slayer movie in July. That actually could be something dope to go and see and do. I don't think I've ever watched like an anime, any kind of anime movie or episode in a movie theater before. Would be really curious on that experience. Absolutely. Rhinos, yes, absolutely, dude. Solo Leveling is peak of peaks. It's probably one of my most recent favorite shows. I mean, it's up there with shows like Frieren, which I just think is absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait for season 2 of Frieren to come out. Talk about a show where you could have so much interesting and engaging dialogue and minimal action, but the action just kind of like takes your breath away. Yeah, that to me that's Frieren. It's number one without a doubt. To me Frieren set the bar for me so high. It kind of reminded me of like Hunter x Hunter in that sense of just something that's so good. It's so balanced. It doesn't really focus on one. It doesn't really make the entire show about fighting in PvP. Kind of in the sense like Solo Leveling kind of takes the opposite approach, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? But Solo Leveling, more fighting, lighter on dialogue. Frieren's more dialogue, lighter on fighting. You could argue they're kind of like the yin and yang of each other if you've seen the shows throughout their entirety, even though there's only one season of Frieren and 2 of Solo Leveling. But yeah, Solo Leveling to me, I thought season 2 outshined. I thought it did season 1 justice because it outshined season 1. It just improved upon it. So yeah, can't wait for Solo Leveling season 3. Depending on if we'll get it within a year or two, depends. So cross your fingers. But yeah, Solo Leveling season 2 was phenomenal. And the thing I like about Solo Leveling is that to me it just really feels that they could like do so much with that show. Like they really, in my opinion, have only started to really scratch the surface. If they play their cards right, like they could almost take like a One Piece approach to Solo Leveling and still have it be great, right? Still have it be phenomenal. Where like they don't have to milk everything hard. But again, some shows do that. Some shows just go all in, right? They want to pack and give you everything and just do like 3 or 4 quality seasons and the show's done. I'm sure some of us have seen shows like that. I know I have. But yeah. Rhinos, man, thank you so much for the 20 dono, man. It means a lot. I appreciate you. I'm going to give you a heart and some hearts in chat because it's free. I appreciate love. Rhino says Solo Leveling's first, Fear in second, Failure Frame third. I haven't seen Failure Frame. Interesting. What is this? Anime. Let me see here. Why does this look familiar to me? Failure Frame, huh? I'm gonna have to look at this real quick. Let me see. I don't know when they're gonna go, so let's go find something real quick and I'll monitor on my second. I'm about to look into this. I don't know if I've seen anything on Failure Frame. Let's see here. Okay. Failure Frame. What is this right now? What's its rating? Oh, it's got an INVADES. I don't really care about that. I want to see the My Anime list on it. Okay, so it's got a 6.48 on My Anime list, 7,200 popularity or ranked. And I think it says 6.7 on INVADES. It's not bad. What is it though? Okay, this was Okay. So it's kind of similar-ish. How old is it, though? It's only one season? Let me see here. Oh, no. Oh, so it came out pretty early. All right. Is this season 1 that I'm looking at, though? Make sure I'm not looking at something that's... Okay, so it looks like there's one season that came out last year, mid to end of 2024. Okay, so it's recent. Okay, sweet. Huh. Have they announced season 2? Let me see. Did they announce season 2 for this? Let me see if they did. No, there's been no official announcement about a second season or any further episodes. Okay. Release demand sits. All right, man. Nah, if I get it. If you're recommending, I might have to check it out. We'll see. Absolutely. Rana says, I'm talking about new anime. Also, I like the beginning after the end. Why does that sound so familiar? I wonder if they have Failure Frame on Crunchyroll. If not, I'll have to add it to my list. Gosh, let me check real quick. I don't know if they have it on Crunchyroll. Let me see. If they don't, I'll have to watch it somewhere else. I'm still gonna watch the new Fire Force episode too that just came out. Yeah, I don't see this. Is it called? I wonder if they would call it Failure Frame though. Oh, they do have it on here. Oh, dude, I have this queued. Oh, I have this in my queue. Have I watched an episode of this yet? Okay, I haven't watched an episode of this yet. All right, but this has amazing reviews. All right, dude, I'm gonna watch this now because I have this on my Crunchyroll queue. I'm pretty happy that they have this on here. It's got a 4.5 rating out of almost 79,000 reviews. Wow. All right. I mean, even Crunchyroll is saying, dude, this show's pretty bomb. All right. That's dope. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna write a note here on my notepad so I don't forget. Yeah, because what I could do is just load it up, watch an episode, and it'll go to the top of my list. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let me just cue this up real quick. So, because that way it'll like bump it to the top of my... yeah, let me see if it bumps it to the top of my thing now. Okay, nice. All right, I got it up there now. Yeah, I added this in because I read the synopsis. I usually go through like the lineup every season that Crunchyroll puts out, and I'll look at the synopsis, I'll look at ratings, other things, and then I'll just kind of like add a bunch of stuff that I'm interested in watching. And then I try to give every show like 1 or 2 episodes, at least 1, of course, but I try for 2. And then I'll kind of, continue. Oh, so yeah, the one you said the beginning after the end. So I'm watching that as well. I'm caught up on that. I feel like it's just starting to really get good though, even though it's on episode 10. And that might seem a little deep. But the reason I say that is because the beginning after the end, to me, people were hyping that show up as like being the solo leveling filler for next season. And I'm not saying a lot of people were saying that, but that is some of what I heard. I don't put the beginning after the end anywhere near solo leveling, but I do like its approach to the genre. I don't know if I'd even would say it's a great anime, but I would say that it's like decently good for me. And it's something that I enjoy watching when a new episode comes out. But yeah, no, it's pretty good too. Yeah. If you want a good show, and it depends on what you like, but there is a good show I'm watching right now. It's called The Too Perfect Saint, Tossed Aside by My Fiance and Sold to Another Kingdom. Again, more heavy dialogue. There's like some drama, betrayal stuff that goes on, right? Some light PvP. But if you guys like that kind of stuff, like I watch a lot of genres for shows. So I'm pretty diverse in what I like to watch, but like that's been a really great show that I've been enjoying. God, what else is there? Oh, dude, the second season of Windbreaker has been just phenomenal, in my opinion, so far. Yeah, like I love the fact on like I love the characters that they chose to dive into. But yeah, Windbreaker's been absolutely awesome. And this other show that I've been watching, which I don't know why I'm kind of enjoying it as much as I am, but this other one, it's called our what is it? Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World. It's a little bit different from even though it is in a genre that has shows that I like. Its approach is a little bit different, so I've actually been enjoying it. Yeah. That's good stuff, man. I still got to catch up on the fourth season of Dr. Stone. I'm only on episode 2. Yeah. Oh my God. So this show that I actually really have been enjoying. I don't know if Rhinos, you or Dustin have seen it. You probably have, because I just caught it all the way up to it myself. Like I was binge watching it for like a week straight. Is that time I got reincarnated as a slime? What a phenomenal show, man! Like I'm shocked that it took me that long to pick it up and watch it, and it was so enjoyable to binge watch that. God, man, that show was so awesome. I can't wait for season 4 whenever it does come out. But oh God, that show's been, yeah, it's definitely at the top of my list. Ooh, my bad. Let me see. Are they going at it again? Oh, yep. Looks like they are. Let's go see. Bam. Hmm. Hmm. All right, fam. I think we are probably going to call it around here, just because I still got to stretch. As most of you know, or some of you that hang out, well, I'm also going to walk my dog because hopefully he hasn't done anything in there. But again, on the weeks that you usually see me stream, that typically just means I don't have my kiddos and they are hanging out with their mom. So for me, I try to stream as much as we can, but I also spend time in the morning going and working out at my CrossFit spot. So I always make sure I stretch the evening before. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, we're going to plan to try and stream every day from now until Friday, this upcoming Friday night, possibly. As there's a chance I might get the kiddos a day early, but the hope is that we'll be able to catch maybe the level 6 pass action as well. And so that is going to be the hope, but I'm also going to be trying to crank out a bunch of content this week. So definitely look forward to that. If you are a member of the channel, you will most likely be able to enjoy some early access content for those of you that are members as one of the perks. And as always, if you're looking to get updates on when we have live streams or new content being put out, you can join the Discord. There is a link to that in the live chat at the very top. If you join and then you head over, you can just head to where it says reaction roles, and then you'll be able to click on the appropriate role for you in order to get notified, which again is either going to be one of the last two for YouTube and then the camcorder, which is for when we go live. And yeah, that is pretty much it for me. Like I said, level 6 passes are next for the G2 group. There's also some other action that is going to be going on, I believe, tomorrow in some of the other KvKs. So again, I have all of these mapped out. So I'm hoping we'll be able to get you guys a bunch of KvK PvP war action this week leading up to the level 6 pass. And then we'll see for the G2 group, and then we'll see how long it's going to be until Final Zone opens as well. And then obviously the next massive big thing that's going to be happening afterwards is once the new season kicks off, which is going to be SOS 5. And that's going to be where we're going to play with the camp versus camp, the team up, seeding. It's a lot of new stuff. I'm so excited. I can't wait to cover it and to look at how that plays out. Again, I only have positive vibes for going forward. So that's it for me. Whether or not it is morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be, I hope you have a great rest of the day. And we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.